or you've moved from startup and you're becoming more comfortable, you've hired some employees. Like, what is that experience like?
Well, I would say being an entrepreneur is unequivocally one of the most difficult things I've done. When you leave that environment which you're insured a check every 2 weeks, and then you go off on your own and you have to create money somehow in some ways, it is a very formidable process. What I really encourage people to do is identify niche opportunities and look for your niche. In addition, if you can somehow monetize your passion, a lot of people have various different passions. If you can figure out how do I monetize my passion, look for other examples that you can benchmark from out there. You may see something taking place in San Francisco that lines up with your passion. You can bring that same type of business to Dallas or Houston, whatever location that you may be. For me, I made a decision in 2004. I quit my job and took $41,000 of my savings to start my business. And, the first year was very, very formidable for me, and ended up hiring my first employee the second year. And each year we grew. And at this point now we have 22 employees.
Wow, that is excellent. So we're going to pause on that note. We're coming up to the break. We've got to go out and check weather and traffic. And when we come back, we're going to talk more to Jonyprofit about people following their passion and understanding.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I have to. So we're going to let Joel take us out to break, and we'll be back to talk a little bit more with EEHOUR, the executive entrepreneur.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Watch for these trouble spots. 290 inbound between Pinemont and 43rd. That stretch is closed due to road work, and that will continue until Monday morning, 5 o'clock. Highway 249 outbound between the North Sam Houston Tollway and North Point Boulevard. Expect about a 10-minute drive inside that stretch. Sam Houston Tollway northbound at I-10 Katy Freeway. The right lane is blocked because of a wreck. 59 East X Freeway north and southbound at the North Sam Houston Parkway. That exit ramp is closed until Monday morning, 5 o'clock. And the Highway 225 LaPorte Freeway outbound between the East Loop and Highway 146. 15-minute drive inside that stretch. I'm Ben Martin, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, it's about time. That's all we can say about the weather today. The sunshine is out across much of the Gulf Coast area. In time, though, we are going to see some more fog, some cloudy weather overnight and early tomorrow morning. But by the afternoon, once again, the sunshine is out. Even warmer temperatures on the heels of south-southwesterly winds. Temperatures should respond nicely back up to 70 on your Sunday afternoon. It looks like the chilly weather returns in the not-too-distant future, so enjoy the weekend while the sunshine and warmth is out. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez in the KROI 11 Weather Center.
Go on, admit it. Every now and then you've thought about learning another language, but so far you haven't. So the question is, why not? Is it because you think learning another language would be too difficult? Is it because you think language learning involves boring memorization, books, and tedious drills? If you answered yes, Rosetta Stone wants to challenge your perception by offering you a free demo of our award-winning language learning program. To take the Rosetta Stone Challenge, call now and enjoy your free demo. 1-800-400-0073. We want you to try our free demo because we're sure that once you do, you'll be amazed to discover that language learning with Rosetta Stone really is fun, intuitive, and the fastest way to learn a new language guaranteed. Take the Rosetta Stone Challenge and try our free interactive demo. Call 1-800-400-0073. Which language would you like to learn? Spanish, Japanese, Swedish, Hebrew? Again, for your free Rosetta Stone demo, call 1-800-400-0073. 1-800-400-0073.
Jay Farner here with Quicken Loans. Here are two simple words that should make you reconsider waiting to buy a home. Buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,350. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 4.25%, APR 4.5%, that payment could support a $275,000 mortgage. But if you wait, and rates tick up to around 6%, that same $1,350 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $225,000 mortgage. That's $50,000 worth of home that you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. And you can be confident that Quicken Loans will do everything possible to ensure that you have an amazing mortgage experience. In fact, we have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Give Quicken Loans a call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to quickenloans.com and maximize your buying power.
Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS number 3330.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
Don't go too far away, because when we come back after, let's see, so 30 minutes past the hour, when we come back from that break, we have another set of musical chair guests that are going to jump in here. So don't run off. If you have questions right now, make sure you get on the phone at 713-622-6397 to talk to our guests that are in studio. I'm going to now, coming up on the blocks, let's see, hand the baton back to Shay now. Stick, go.
So I realized during the break that I didn't introduce myself. So sometimes I'm here and you'll know me. I am Shay Singleton with MakeStrategicConnections.com, and I help small business to hire. So which
is a nightmare.
Hey, but it's so important because the stakes are so high at that particular point, and you've got to do it right the first time. Otherwise, it really does cost you.
Every single time.
So I'm going to throw it to Anthony, because he was telling me during the break more about his business and how they use surveillance and video to help businesses to make better decisions. Tell us about that.
So generally, when I come into a room, people talk about security and security surveillance, this, that, and the other. But what a lot of people don't realize is that you can use the same apparatus for your marketing, training, and even sales experts. And so when you really think about it, it's like you can use the video as data. And I'll give you an example. So
please do.
Yeah, in a boutique, let's say that you're selling donuts and you've created a new donut, and you want to know, well, who am I selling it to? Well, you could look into your POS system and say, all right, well, I'm selling more, but how do you know the demographic? This is where you link it with the actual video. Whereas you were thinking you were selling to construction workers.
Who is up there smelling the case for the new donut? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it could be that.
Is this more that Big Brother? Is this like little cousin spying on me now?
No. The Big Brother will actually go a little bit deeper. This is more like little sister, right?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But the difference is when he's getting into really talking about the Big Brother, they have all of your information. I'm just looking at who is even the gender. I may even be thinking, all right, well, it's women. No, it's actually a construction worker. So guess what? In my marketing plan, I need to go out and go target construction workers for this.
Interesting. And with that, I'm going to throw to Ken, and just let's talk a little bit more about your customers and how you identify them. Plus, give them any contact information for you, because we're going to be wrapping up this segment soon.
Sure. My clients are typically clinics that basically have a system where the doctors are mostly specializing in their practice and do not have the time to worry about what insurance companies are doing. They just want the money to drop in their accounts. And so what my company does is it provides its management services as well as billing services to ensure that. So anything that the insurance companies are doing, which they are very challenging, and making sure that they do not pay you as much as they're supposed to be paid, this is where our company comes in and make sure of that. And we do it efficiently. You can look us up in Medical Executives at www.themedicalexecutives.com. Also, you can reach us at 713-432-7916.
Okay, give them that information again one more time.
That's www.themedicalexecutives.com. And you can also reach us over the phone at 713-432-7916.
Excellent. Now, Dennis, I know we're going to spend a lot of time on February 13th at Rice University. Tell them a little bit more about the Women in Leadership event.
Well, this will be our inaugural WIL, Women in Leadership Symposium, regarding the oil and gas field. But we've been doing women in leadership symposiums. We actually have 6 of them scheduled this coming
and it's
spring throughout the state.
A big one in San Antonio as well.
Yeah,
Looking
absolutely.
forward to being there.
Absolutely. We also have General Powell as our keynote speaker for our 10th annual Diversity and Leadership Conference that will take place on May 1st in San Antonio. So we're really excited
Do you know
about
that's my birthday, Dennis?
Great. Well, General Powell.
You and General can get a drink together.
Hey, I'm all about making a strategic connection.
Actually, he's interested, looking forward to meeting you. He texted me this morning.
So, Dennis, how can they go on line to register for the conference for Thursday, February 13th?
Yeah, they can go to texasdiversitycouncil.org and go to the website and click on the conference advertising, and that will take them to the conference website, and that give them an opportunity to register and see what's going on, what's taking place.
Wonderful. And I just want to give Anthony a chance to also provide contact information for anyone needing to get a better look at who their customer is.
Or better use of the data. So you can visit us at www.cerberusstar.com, CERBERUSSTAR.com. Also for 1 Million Cups, as I'm an organizer there as well, and you want to come out on Wednesdays at 9 a.m., you can reach us at 1 Million Cups, that's plural, and that's the number 1millioncups.com/Houston.
And with that, I'm looking at the wonderful Jonyprofit. What do we need to know before going to break?
I want to thank each of you for showing up. What we'll do later on in the future as we iron things out, we'll have you come back and talk about your expertise and what you know and what you have to share with business owners, more specifically executive entrepreneurs. That's people that have a lot of process on the executive side but no vision or think they have vision, or entrepreneurs that think they have process but all they know how to do is come up with new ideas that don't work. So thank you, gentlemen, for showing up.
Thank
Shay,
you.
Great job of flying the airplane.
Do what I can.
You do what you can. All right, Joe, let's go check on traffic and weather.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Watch for these trouble spots. 290 inbound between Pinemont and 43rd. Complete closure inside that stretch of freeway. That's causing huge delays. Good alternate route is Hempstead Highway eastbound to South Post Oak. Watch for construction affecting 59 East X Freeway north and southbound at the North Sam Houston Parkway. That exit ramp is closed until Monday morning, 5 o'clock. There is also construction affecting I-10, the Katy Freeway inbound to TC Jester. The 3 right lanes are taken away. That will continue until Sunday morning, 6 o'clock. And watch for some activity that's cleared, actually, Sam Houston Tollway northbound at I-10, the Katy Freeway. I'm Ben Martin, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, it's a long time in coming, but the sunshine will be out for much of the day today. It looks like by this afternoon, the temperatures should respond nicely up to about 60 degrees. We are going to see some patchy ground fog overnight around the midnight hour through early Sunday morning, but more sunshine should break through eventually, allowing temperatures to get even warmer as we close out your weekend on Sunday at 70 degrees. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez in the KHOU 11 Weather Center.
For years, joint relief has been defined by 2 ingredients. And now, unfortunately, for legal reasons, I can't say their names on the radio. But chances are they're probably the main 2 ingredients of every joint supplement you've ever tried and been disappointed by. Fortunately, there's now a revolutionary new and different joint relief formula called Beneflex. And right now, you can get a complimentary sample simply by calling 1-800-500-7213. Instead of the same old and the unique Beneflex formula contains a clinically tested, patented ingredient that's so effective, you only need to take 1 pill daily, and you can begin to enjoy joint relief in as few as 7 days. So if you want to experience the quick, effective difference of once-a-day Beneflex, I have just one word for you. Hurry! Because to guarantee your complimentary sample, you must call now. Beneflex is available at GNC and Vitamin Shop, but you can only get your complimentary sample by calling now. 1-800-500-7213. That's 1-800-500-7213.
Hi, folks. This is Alan Thicke, and as one of those TV dads, I had to teach the kids about handling money, so here goes. Rule number 1. Don't mess with the IRS. They're cracking down this year. They can garnish your paycheck, levy your bank account, even your home or business could be up for grabs over unpaid taxes. It's all true. But it's also true that they're offering a new way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered, so now's the time. You could qualify for a tax settlement that's 75% lower than before these recent changes. The experts at Optima Tax Relief will work to get you the best deal possible. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-3585. 800-343-3585. 800-343-3585. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Are payday loans ruining your life? Do you have more payday loans than you're able to pay back? If you have 2 or more payday loans totaling over $1,000 in debt, listen closely. You may be eligible for a program that can help you with your payday loan nightmare. The reality is that payday loan companies often trap you into rates as high as 700%. At Payday Loan Debt Assistance, we understand payday lenders' tactics and how ruthless they can be. We understand that people sometimes take on more than they can handle when it comes to payday loans. So if you have 2 or more payday loan cash advances totaling over $1,000 in debt, or if you're behind on payments, in collections, or have bad credit, call now. We can even help you with your internet payday loans. Call Payday Loan Debt Assistance for a free consultation at 1-800-695-8161. That's 800-695-8161. 800-695-8161.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. Second half of the show. Let's get it started. As you know, today is the Shay and John show, I guess. I was just,
Welcome.
Really worked out.
Executive entrepreneur.
Yeah, I was running around. So you'd be like Grody. You're the guy in Iron, or you're the person in Iron Man that actually brings me the extra suits.
I do what I do.
Cool. That worked out. So anyway, as I said, I was attending the government procurement forum this week, and someone got on stage. And they had a great deal of passion. Mm-hmm. You know how I feel about passion.
How do you feel about passion?
When it's not directed and when it's uneducated and uninformed.
Ooh.
Dangerous.
It is loud.
Ah.
But someone got on stage in front of all these people and started expressing a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. And as we always say, she knows where the bodies are buried. And we like that in the investment communities. She knows where the money is. She knows where the jobs are. She knows where the contracts are. So Rainice has joined me today in studio, and I'm going to get you right into the microphone.
Okay.
There you go. You can pull it towards you. I think it's portable and all.
There we go.
And you can check us out on Ustream if you want to see it. Unfortunately, that YouTube thing didn't work out. All my fault, not you, YouTube. I'm not mad. And Bill Gates never called me back. Anyway, so Rainice started talking about the expansion. And in my line of work of business development, the thing I hear more than anything else is, I don't know how to get customers. I don't know where the money is. I just keep spending on marketing and nothing happens. I took all these classes and I'm thinking, now she just stood on stage and said, and I'm going to let her say it in her own words, what's coming up. So if you could explain some of the things that are happening with the expansion, just enlighten the world.
Absolutely. You know, passion, that's me. I get excited about the opportunities that are out there for us.
Yes.
And there are a ton of opportunities in the Houston metro area. But let me just talk about specifically what's going on with the expansion at Hobby. If you don't know, Southwest Airlines is expanding to be an international carrier. And so they are expanding their terminal. It is a $1.32 million project, if I'm not mistaken. And we're at the point now where it's the final procurement that's coming out.
Right.
So imagine building a building, and they need everything from the floor to the roof, literally. Mechanical, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, tiling, stone, floors, roofers, you name it, they need it. And so, you know, we've been out talking about this project since February or March of this year. And they have goals around it. And those goals are directed at small and minority and women-owned businesses. And so that's where my passion is. That's where it lies. That's where it's been for the last 6 years, because that's what I've been doing. And I need to see some people at the table who fall in those categories. And they're having those opportunities. It is being the construction manager at risk. It's Hensel Phelps CBIC, which is actually a joint venture of a large corporation and a small minority women-owned business. Esther Francis owns that business, and she's their joint venture partner, which is pretty awesome.
Excellent, yes.
She is actually a joint venture project on there, and she has an interest in it. And so if she can do it, why can't we go after opportunities with them? The opportunities are there. We just did an event where we presented over 15 primes that we know are going after those areas. And I think we had about nearly 100 small businesses to show up because they need help. They need help. They've got to meet the goals, and those small minority women-owned businesses are the ones who are going to be able to help them. So if you want to be a part of that, you need to go to www.houhobby.com, www.houhobby.com. That's the website where we keep all of the information on that project, or you can give me a call. You can catch me at 713-527-0702, extension 4504.
Say it one more time in the mic.
713-527-0702, extension 4504. I'm excited about it. We're doing very well. We've got a lot of customers a lot of primes that are looking for everything from the roof to the floor. That's the key point to that, because it's finishing out that whole build out for that extension project. And the procurement will come out on Valentine's Day. So what a gift.
Oh, sounds like love and money.
That's when that procurement is coming out.
Right.
So there's plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
And so the big takeaway, look, even if you're, everybody's like, well, I can't do anything, I'm not in construction. Just remember, everything is a trickle-down effect, even though most people believe it is not. So when one rainmaker comes to town, those rainmakers need people to bring the boots and the umbrellas and all that. So if you got the mobile van, if you feed them, if you insure them, if you house them, if you clothe them, all those services are needed, okay? So don't think just because it's all construction or it sounds construction, that's what it's about. Follow the rain and make it happen. We're going to go check on weather and traffic.
Well, you don't see that every day.
News 92 FM, traffic and weather every 10 minutes, and when it breaks.
Watch for these trouble spots. 290 inbound between Pinemont and 43rd. That stretch is closed because of road work. That has traffic stop and go from Fairbanks, North Houston. That alternate route is Hempstead Highway eastbound to South Post Oak. 45 North Freeway outbound between I-10 and Woodlands Parkway, about a 30-minute drive. Hardy Toll Road outbound between 610, the North Loop, and 45, the North Freeway. Expect 20 minutes there. 59 East X Freeway north and southbound at North Sam Houston Parkway. The exit ramp is what's closed, and that will continue until Monday morning, 5 o'clock. So do be mindful as you drive through that stretch. I'm Ben Martin, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
News 92 FM.
Watch for these trouble spots. 290 inbound between Pinemont.
Well, it's about time. That's all we can say about the weather today. The sunshine is out across much of the Gulf Coast area. In time, though, we are going to see some more fog, some cloudy weather overnight and early tomorrow morning. But by the afternoon, once again, the sunshine is out. Even warmer temperatures on the heels of south-southwesterly winds. Temperatures should respond nicely back up to 70 on your Sunday afternoon. It looks like the chilly weather returns in the not-too-distant future, so enjoy the weekend while the sunshine and warmth is out. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez in the KHOU 11 Weather Center.
You know the secret to keeping weight off is controlling your appetite. But do you know the secret to controlling your appetite? It's an appetite-suppressing breakthrough called Slim Science, a unique master formula that combines two key clinically tested ingredients in one powerful pill. to help you eat less and keep weight off. And now you can receive a complimentary 2-week sample by calling 1-800-600-0280. Slim Science is specially formulated to be one of the most powerful appetite-suppressing formulas ever. It's healthy, safe, and uniquely effective at helping reduce the urge for snacking. Instead of giving up every food you love, you simply don't want to eat as much. Experience the Slim Science difference now by calling for your complimentary sample. Slim Science is available at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary sample by calling 1-800-600-0280. Demand will be overwhelming, so call now for your sample. 1-800-600-0280. 1-800-600-0280.
Don't miss the Lake Houston Home and Garden Show, February 15th and 16th at the Humble Civic Center. See and sample live cooking demonstrations and pottery making. Plus, speakers Johnny Chook, the happy handyman, and professional organizer Ellen DeLapp will help you with those spring do-it-yourself projects. Whether you are looking to meet vendors for the ultimate kitchen, bath, or outdoor space, the Lake Houston Home and Garden Show is the place. February 15th and 16th at Humble Civic Center, where parking is always free. Visit humblehomeandgardenshow.com for more info.
Are payday loans ruining your life? Do you have more payday loans than you're able to pay back? If you have 2 or more payday loans totaling over $1,000 in debt, listen closely. You may be eligible for a program that can help you with your payday loan nightmare. The reality is that payday loan companies often trap you into rates as high as 700%. At Payday Loan Debt Assistance, we understand payday lenders' tactics and how ruthless they can be. We understand that people sometimes take on more than they can handle when it comes to payday loans. So if you have 2 or more payday loan cash advances totaling over $1,000 in debt, or if you're behind on payments, in collections, or have bad credit, call now. We can even help you with your internet payday loans. Call Payday Loan Debt Assistance for a free consultation at 1-800-695-8161. That's 800-695-8161.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. I'm still waiting for the sun to pop out. On the way in, I kept hearing it over and over again on weather, but hey, who knows? Anyway, so I want to talk to Tico Reynolds Hausman. Okay, so here's what I want you to know about her. I love everyone in some spiritual kind of way, but I don't like everyone. Okay, I do this because I have a feeling that maybe this is my give back. But Tico represents one of those folks that literally I look up to, I look forward to seeing. Everything about you is awesome. The only people in the community that could possibly hate you are the ones that are chasing you. And it's just incredible when we get to spend time together. So I'm glad you came up here and crew. I just couldn't bring mine because, we would get nothing done. But she's with Metro, and we wanted to learn what's going on with Metro because, that train, it wasn't my fault. I heard that. No, I was like, who puts a train right here? But anyway, tell us what's going on at Metro.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Metro opened the Red Line expansion this December, and so that connects all the way from North Line all the way to the Reliance Stadium. We're scheduled to open 2 more lines, the Southeast that will run and connect U of H, TSU to downtown, as well as the East End, which will go on the backside of downtown near the Dynamo Stadium. So most of the opportunity as it relates to the rail has already passed, but Metro, like every other entity, is a business. And so we buy office supplies, we buy coffee, we also procure services, and we have a very aggressive small business program. And we try to achieve 35% small business participation every year, and we usually exceed that. So if you're interested in doing business with Metro, you would first go to www.ridemetro.org, and you would go to the procurement section and register as a vendor. The goal is a subcontracting goal. So if you're a small business, I would say probably within 3 to 6 years, you have a good shot at doing business with Metro. We do certify firms with our own certification, and those requirements are pretty minimal. You have to be in business 6 months. give us some tax returns, prove your net worth, because it is a small business program. But outside of that, you're ready to at least start building relationships. And so that's one of the most important things folks have to know about Metro and any of the other entities is you have to build a relationship. There's folks like myself, my colleagues at HISD, City of Houston, they have business assistance offices. And it would behoove you to call those folks and introduce yourselves. Get on their calendar and let them know who you are, because it's cliche, but people do business with people that they know and that they trust. So
everybody's agreeing, so we definitely agree.
But one thing I do want to point out, we do have something coming up. We have what we call our job order contract, and that's actually a really good opportunity for small businesses in construction to get their feet wet. There is a 45% small business goal on that. And the beauty of a job order contract is typically you will go under that prime contractor's bond and insurance requirement. So for those folks who don't have a large bonding capacity, who are just trying to build up with small jobs, it's a really great way to enter into the construction side and start to build that relationship. And so on Tuesday, we will be hosting a seminar at our Cashmere facility at 6500 East Tex Freeway. And the first half of the day will be a training. We've got EdOps Solutions coming in to talk about what's your unique value proposition. Because one of the things that small businesses really need to understand is you need to have some intelligence about how you can be a part of a team. And so we'll talk about how you connect with prime contractors. And the second part of the day will be, we've invited about 6 prime contractors who've expressed interest in bidding with Metro. So they're going to come out and talk to the small businesses about how to engage them and do some networking so that they can, start meeting some new folks to help them achieve their small business goal, because we're very serious about our small business goals at Metro.
So to put that in perspective for some of you that are still on the fence and didn't quite get it, the folks with the money, if you remember, the show is about where does the money in our city, in your environment, in your community come from? Who is actually in charge or controlling that money? What do you need to do to get a piece, and how can you hone up the company? So she just told you who has the money. She told you who you need to talk to. She's giving you an opportunity to go learn how to get your stuff together. So the only thing holding you back right now is you just don't want to do it. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, and it always sounds so simple, but no, we stay in the streets, even though, it's a calling at this point that whenever I look up, people are like, you guys are always busy. I'm like, kind of, sort of. I mean, we are. And that's only because we realize that you have to contact us and that we have to make ourselves available. But when you run up last minute talking about, how do I get in on this? And is this just for small businesses? Is this just for black people, Mexicans, and women? What's going on with this business? If you're already asking that question, you've missed the whole picture. So with that said, let's run outside. When we come back, Chanya's going to explain some or help us on really how to talk to government agencies and things like that. So we'll be right back.
News 92 FM, traffic and weather every 10 minutes, and when it breaks.
Well, the good news is no accidents or stalled vehicles. The not-so-good, construction. Hot spot began with 290 inbound between Pinemont and 43rd. That area is closed due to road work. Good alternate route is Hempstead Highway eastbound to South Post Oak. Also watch for activity affecting 59 East X Freeway north and southbound at the North Sam Houston Parkway. It's the exit ramp that's taken away. There is also construction activity affecting I-10 KD Freeway inbound at TC Jester. That roadwork has the 3 right lanes blocked, and that will continue until Sunday morning, 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Martin, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
It's nice to see the sunshine finally in town, but it's going to get even nicer by the time the end of the weekend rolls around. That is tomorrow. Numbers could hit as high as 70. Overnight, we'll see a bout of fog. Some morning fog will develop across the Gulf Coast. Even around the midnight hour, we could see some fog near the coastal areas spreading north and west across the region. By Monday, though, the big changes come in the form of another Canadian front. Temperatures will drop and a cold, wintry rain will fall, with temperatures not getting much above the mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez in the KHOU 11 Weather Center.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. Hopefully you wrote all that stuff down, or at least turned your phone to record and recorded what was being said on the radio or something, because, the bottom line is, please, I don't know how much, no, I won't go there. I'll be nice. Anyway, Jonya, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Always good to see you.
Absolutely.
Tell me what's going on in the 202.
Let's see.
Or the
several different things. I mean, you guys know the President State of the Union.
Yes.
I was actually on BET probably about a week ago talking about the State of the Union and what it means to me. And so I bring you greetings from my nation's capital. Really what I think is going on is, obviously we have the issue with unemployment extension.
Yes.
Long-term is a huge, huge problem, but really getting people back to work. I know we're talking about businesses, but I think those businesses, once they're doing business, they need to really be responsible to getting people back to work. You know, they're getting the resources and things like that, but people are not really getting back to work. And so that is a barrier for us. But the one thing I think I came today to just talk about is to ask a question for entrepreneurs and business owners out there. What's your government relations plan? Right. How is it that you are doing business with the government? If you're interested, maybe you're like, I don't even want to deal with them, but there's some of us that need to deal with them because of regulations, codes. We want access to federal projects and things like that. So my question is, what's your government relation plan? Have you put a plan together to be able to do business and or to let them know what type of business you do? Because Tika said it last, people do business with who they know, trust, and like.
Okay, so, and you're absolutely right. But you know what's been on my mind?
What?
What's going on with the Affordable Care Act?
Well,
and the only reason I'm asking is because, I'm writing a paper right now anyway.
Okay.
And now I got you here. So business owners are really saying, so I saw something from the Huffington Post that said, no one's losing jobs and no one's doing this. And then I talked to a professor the other day that stated, look, we got to let all these people go because if they work over X number of hours, we got to pay it.
Yeah.
So where are we on it for real?
But the thing is this, we are in a catch-22.
Yes.
You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. And it's a shame.
Yep.
Because affordable health care is supposed to be available to make sure people have access to health care. And so what I think is the biggest problem is how I would say, we're on the news, the media, have trumped it up and, the infomercials or commercials. Oh, Obamacare, he lied. He did this, he did that. But for millions of Americans, they needed it. I have students that I'm teaching that long stories like, certainly I really can't afford it, but you need it.
Yeah.
It's just like you have car insurance. Why do you have car insurance?
They make us.
Okay, you need health insurance just in case. And so I think, it's unfortunate, but people are doing that. People creating these situations where now they have to lay off people. You're making enough money. Walmart, you're making enough money to increase the minimum wage to $10.10, which is what the president is suggesting. So my thing is this, I think people are creating this situation that really do not have to exist. You're making enough money. You were already taking resources sort of out of people's checks, whether it be through FICA, through whatever the case may be. So just make it work. Make the numbers work. We make them work for everything else.
We're going to debate that one. But what I want to do real quick is go ahead. We have
I'm sorry. We need health care for every American.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered on this
Yes.
one. But anyway, so, and again, it's case by case. But anyway, I have Sharita Clark. She's our entrepreneur that gets to pop in for a few minutes and say hi to the world. Just get right into the mic right there. Tell them what you do, who you are.
I am the principal of Blueprint Public Relations. We specialize in business support, technology, and business consulting. I love the feedback that we're getting here because we say a lot to our clients because a lot of people don't understand public relations at all, and they feel like it should not be in their marketing budget. But what we do is what continues to build and employ and allow health care. And this is why we're thankful to even be able to give this opportunity to be able to express why it's so important to make sure that budget go so far. PR is actually a revenue. The branding that we do helps the revenue coming into your company, and this allows to decrease the unemployment rate.
So tell me how to get a hold of you.
You can get in touch with us at 713-482-1078 and also at info@blueprintonline.com.
Hey, John, you're going to be in town this week?
No.
You're not?
I'm actually flying back to Washington on Monday night. What you need?
Well, because the intentions were to have the show and then have a meetup, because I have like 250, 60, 70 people in a meetup group. And so we were supposed to go from this to having our roundtable with the folks that, because again, we're just doing hot spots here.
Right,
we can't dig in even
when
if we
is the meetup?
It's usually going to be on Tuesday nights, but you tell us
Skype
when.
me in.
Skype you in a minute. I set that up
That's
this
the
morning.
right
If you're out there,
answer.
Coach Steph. So anyway, that's what I want to do. I want to get that kicked off, and now I actually want to go back real quick and talk about GPC, and then I want to talk about Tri-County.
Sure.
So
we talked about building relationships. Houston hosts a conference every year, the Government Procurement Connections, and it's in its 21st, I believe, 22nd year, and it's usually held in April. But this year, we've decided to, as a committee, postpone the actual expo until next year, 2015. But I'm very excited because we're going to roll out some very relative training to small businesses who are interested in doing business with the government. We'll hold some more smaller, intimate meetings with some of the stakeholders, for example, your metros, NASA, so that businesses can really get to understand what they do and do their research, because you're not going to get the most out of the conference if you don't understand your client, and that's key in government contracting. You have to know what we do, what's our value, what's important to us.
And so that's why they got to get a hold of us.
Yes, so there's going to be, but we're going to provide opportunities to go ahead and get that word out, and just piece by piece and build up to a big conference
and
next year.
Daniel, you're going to put that on Tri-County before we go out.
Absolutely. Tri-County
Microphone.
is expanding into Jefferson County, which is Port Arthur and Beaumont.
Oh, wow.
And we are doing a conference there. We're going to expand on the 28th of February. We are installing our new board members. Yay, I just became a board member.
All right.
I'm excited about that. And we are going to have, the name of the conference is Business Today, Business Tomorrow, and Business Beyond Borders, because our keynote speaker is the Minister of Finance and Foreign Affairs for Belize.
All right, that's awesome. So if you need that information again, go to EEHOUR.com, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome.
KROI Seabrook, Houston. News 92 FM. News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
Watch for these construction hotspots, 290 inbound between Pinemont and 43rd. And that will roll through Monday morning, 5 o'clock. A good alternate